Hi, my name is Mayan Shah with RVMax.us, and behind me is a 2002 Prevost H345 double slide that has been converted by Featherlite coaches, or Featherlite Venturi luxury coaches. This is a beautifully spec'd coach. The colors are just perfect, at least to my taste and a lot of other people's tastes. And the interior is the same way. But right now we're gonna walk around the outside of this coach and go through what it has to offer. Now, the front of the coach, we actually just had the 3M coat removed. So it had a factory 3M coating on the face of the coach that was going bad and cracking up. So we had that completely removed off the face. And the paint up front is in excellent shape. There's one little flaw right here, comes free of charge. Tiny little flaw there, but the face is in nice shape because it was protected all those years. And the colors and the striping is pretty nice. So we've got the little design going on, the angles, and then I love these stripes. They're like really heavy, thick pin stripes almost that wrap around and actually go around the whole lower portion of the bus. And I think it looks fantastic. It gives it kind of a retro feel among all the crazy, beautiful striping and paintwork up above, and also just adds a touch of symmetry along, because at the end of the day, it is a pretty symmetrical object. I mean, it's a Prevost bus shell, it's a legendary shell, but you know, it's not like a Ferrari with all this stuff, so that retro striping goes so well with it. Now we've got relatively new tires, or actually mostly new tires all around the coach. The front 365s are new, the dually tires are new, and then the tag axle tires, they have a date code of 51 of 17, and we actually got them through a special converter out there, and it was on a brand new Prevost bus, but because they take a couple of years, or you know, there's a couple of years in between when the Prevost shell itself was manufactured from when it's a complete product converted by the manufacturer, the converter, the new owner of the bus didn't want those tires and put all 8 new ones. So these are tires that only have like 200 miles. That's the tag axle tires. The rest of the tires are new. Those 365s, which is a nice update on this bus, 365s on the drive or the steer tires as well as the tag tires, gives you a more substantial tire, a little better ride, a little more stability. But these chassis, of course, are legendary, you know, in of itself. Everybody kind of knows what they are. They're a full cage design, stainless steel monocoque chassis that provides the best riding coach as well as the safest coach and RV that you can buy. And yeah, Featherlite does a good job converting it out too, giving you all the high-end features. So right now, speaking of high-end features, because of our 8,000 watts of inverter power via 2 4,000 watt inverters, we can run 2 air conditioners just off the batteries. Currently, I've got the front air conditioner, which is a cruise air producing about 16,000 BTU of cooling power, is cooling the front cockpit and the front area just off the batteries. And I could run the rear cruise air at the same time if I wanted. So our wet bay, our plumbing bay is in here. We've got electric hose reel as well as an electric 50 amp reel right behind this compartment. Again, we'll cover the bays more in depth later in the video, but they're nice, push button, 2 slides, and there are nice extra awnings on this side of the coach. There are push button awnings and they're accessory awnings going over the rear window in the bedroom and the 2 big windows on the bedroom slide. So a nice addition to the coach. Now our side radiator is located right here, and with easy access, you can open it up. And then our exhaust pipe, our stainless exhaust pipe, is in excellent condition, looking very nice with that nice classic exhaust pipe. I love it. It just looks like a luxury bus exhaust pipe. Okay, so let's go check out the bays. I already teased you enough. Here's the bays on the driver's side of the bus. So the compartments on the driver's side of this coach begin with our chassis side electrical components. We've got a lot of relays here. We've got resistors pertaining most all to the Prevost chassis side of this coach. Now deep in this compartment, right back there, we've got our cruise air unit, our front cruise air unit. Production date 2001 for the Prevost chassis itself, and original tires were 315s all around. Now we've got 365s on the front and tags. Now this right here is our first storage compartment. We've got a big slide out tray that comes out there. Now to the right of that, we've got our full pass-through storage compartment, slide-out tray that goes out on both sides of the coach. Extra storage bins up there for pipes, little cubby hole there on the right. Carpeting is pretty clean, and these doors are super slick. Back there is where we've got air conditioning components pertaining to the main air conditioner in the bus, HVAC. This right here is sort of our fun bay, to me anyways, on this side of the coach. So we've got a bunch of storage here, all these very nice drawers. We've got 4 Zipty Featherlite inscribed chairs right there. And then on the left, we've got a Craftsman toolbox on a slide out tray there. That is super cool. And underneath that Craftsman, we've got a heavy duty, big deep drawer here. So nice bay there. Fuel fill up there, and our plumbing bay is located right here. So I keep that little paper towel to keep the cable clean as it comes in. We've got controls for our driver's side window awnings here. Hose reel is on an electric cable, or it's an electric hose reel for the water hose, electric reel for the 50 amp power cable. We've got outside heater here. We've got aqua hot bay heat, as well as 2 flushes, one for the gray tank and one for the black tank. Thankfully, this coach has 2 separate tanks for that. We've also got upgraded easy valves. So those are nice push buttons. They're push button valves to dump the tanks, but you can also manually do them if you ever need to. Now this compartment will open up. There's our little electric heater, our hose reel back there, gravity fill for the water tank, and the aqua hot unit is located right down below that Featherlite stainless steel cover piece. I love these because the radiator compartment will actually open up so you can easily get in there and keep it clean. Around the butt of the coach, we've got a ton of rear lights here, backup lights. This reverse light shroud is a little cracked up, but the chrome looks good. The paint is nice. We've got an upgraded backup camera up there with the total vision, so you can sit there and swivel it around and look exactly where you're gonna be backing up into. And then down here, behind this grill is our Series 60. Down below is our massive tow capacity hitch, 20,000 pounds you can tow with this bus. Standard hookups, we've got a 6-pole hookup, we've got a 6-pole or a 7-pole hookup, so you make your connections. Aqua hot exhaust pipe is out the back, as well as our 20 kilowatt PowerTech turbo diesel generator, which both have stainless exhaust tips coming out the back. Remember those 3 stripes, there they are. Rear and their head on the rear bumper. I love the intake. It's got a side intake for the Detroit Series 60 coming out or sucking in air from right there. It's got this beautiful, huge, almost airplane looking side grill that's painted over with so the graphics continue on it. It's awesome. Let's go ahead and crack open the bays on the passenger side of the bus. So the compartments that are located on the passenger side of this bus begin with this compartment right here behind the front axle. It's all covered in carpet here. We've got outlets, we've got a remote control for our awnings, as well as a shoebox or a storage bin, however you'd like to use it. To the left of that, we've got an outside freezer / refrigerator, an emergency tool for rolling up the awnings. We've got a fire extinguisher, and just generally a good bit of storage under here. Some extra covers for that snap on to cover the glass in the front. This tray will slide all the way out, and it'll slide all the way out on the other side too. Next compartment is our generator. Now our generator compartment is finished in this polished stainless steel. We've got a 17.5 kilowatt PowerTech diesel generator in there. Now to the left of our generator compartment, we've got our entertainment bay here, and there is a slide out tray that comes out, so you can put something else down in there if you'd like. A couple little stains in this compartment, but that's no big deal. Lock into place. Now you can fill up the coach from both sides. This has a 230-gallon fuel tank, standard on an H345. It's at least a motor coach version. This is our Mach 5 120-volt water pump here. We've got bay heating. We've got outlets in this compartment. We've got a mana block here. And I very much like this finish. It's quite nice. It's tasteful. A little bit of texturing going on there. There's also another point to fill up your water tank here. So you can fill it from both sides. Now our back two compartments start with this compartment here where we've got a tender for our chassis batteries, which are located under that compartment there. You can jump off the coach from there. We've got tenders and chargers for the coach side batteries. You've also got 12 volt and 24 volt cutoffs right there. Now to the left, we find our engine compartment. Big air intake right there. Tons of access. You can plug in a block heater. There's a block heater there. This is our oil reservoir, so you can easily top the coach off without having to get dirty. Detroit Series 60. This is the 12.7 liter, big alternator, made for charging all the batteries, so you can run your air conditioners off the batteries going down the road, no problem. Got our coolant reservoir up top, big side radiator here, big PTO fan, and yeah, this thing runs beautifully. The 12.7 gets excellent fuel mileage, you know, for a bus, which is a big benefit of having it. Now, on the passenger side of the coach, this is our patio space. So right now, we've got these exterior lights turned on, and you know, illuminating the patio space. Double Girard awnings on the top of the coach. They're painted, so they go with the paint, and having two of them just gives you a lot more patio space under the shade. Having those double Girards is just nice. And the windows are super cool too. So you've got this nice tent you can barely see in the coach, very private experience. And yeah, it's just a striking bus. I love how the H345s have this like angled piece of glass here. This looks super nice. Again, we hear our air conditioning running. Our front cruise air is currently on. This coach is set up to entertain with the double Girards and all of the amenities that you are provided via the outside entertainment. Let's go ahead and take a peek at the interior, and then later. All right, we are on the interior of this coach now. It's quite gorgeous. We've got a good bit of space, double slide set up, big slide up front, slide in the back to give us extra space in the bedroom. This thing is really well spec'd color-wise on the interior too. We've got this nice added plank floor up here that has been made flush with the tile flooring. And I like this little transition piece they have here. So it's flush, but there's like a little S transition, and it really highlights the S. I just love how that looks. This feels like a different room. It's like a darker color floor, accents that floor quite nicely. Two recliners here. In between the recliners, we've got this pretty large countertop space with all kinds of extra little features in here. We've got nice drawers, and this piece comes out too. I was like looking at it, trying to figure it out. Check that out. That's super cool, right? I mean, so you can set all kinds of stuff here. You can have basically a big snack bar going on here, or whatever you'd like. Slides rack in place. And this is like a veneer wood. This is a really expensive way to produce paneling for interior woodwork. They like skin the outside of the wood. I learned this from a nice gentleman who came and looked at one of our Prevosts one time, and he had a big wood shop, and he knew a lot about wood. He was telling me it's a really high quality process. Now down below here, there's like a little stain on this wood here. Not a big deal though, very minor. I love these little openings, how these slide open. It's like all these little intricate wood pieces just to make a little curvable wood panel. And this slides out. That's pretty nifty. It locks into place, so you can put like a printer or whatever you need here, lock it right in place. They even have a desktop set up there. It's pretty sweet. Outlets around here, nice stuff. Let me nitpick some stuff if I can. Some minor little wear on this furniture here. Yeah, there's some little flaws there. And, you know, just minor imperfections on these two recliners. Nice Euro style recliners. Pretty slick too with these little bottom pieces. The ceiling is covered in this mirror. And normally you kind of walk in one of these and it has like a Vegas feel. And this one is really classy. The way they have all the accent lights done, you've got accent lights everywhere. And countertops kind of look like they're floating, which is super cool. It's a very classy interior. Across the recliners, we've got our big couch. Couch is in good shape. Not absolutely perfect, but it is in good shape. Very comfy couch, and it jackknives. So you got a push button jackknife here. And if you notice, like when you're sitting in here, there's so many details to pick up on. All of these windowsills are these beautiful veneer finished wood trim pieces. It looks so nice. And they've got like a gray accent or a gray corner on it to kind of set it apart. Looks very nice. This is pretty tasteful up here too, this fabric, at least to me. All right, so here is our galley space and things like that. We've got our dinette right over here with an infinity table. So it's got the accent light with the mirror, so it looks like it just drops down forever in there. These extend, so this table will pop out. So you can put it in so you have more travel space and pop it out when you want more seating room. So that goes out, and then this piece right here actually goes out too on the couch. So you have more seating space. Really nice feature, very slick. There's outlets located back here. It's a good amount of outlets everywhere. There's extra reading lights up in this upper panel here and some storage compartments. Automatic lights come on in the storage compartments. Very well built. I love this wood color. It's like a maple. It's like a very warm maple. Little accent box up here, display box, accent lights and lighting in it. And then right here, we've got a wine display. Okay, it's an absolutely beautiful wine display. It looks so cool, especially with all those accent lights all up in it. It's quite beautiful. And then there's storage down below here. Just really well built stuff here, really well built. Everything, like you go into a really nice house and everything is just finished out. That's what this is right here. That's what you get on this Featherlite interior. All right, so microwave convection oven here. We have a cover here that you can slip just past this, because this was changed out at one point. And down below we've got our countertop. So countertop with these really accurately cut pieces. Dual Princess electric stovetop. Right here we've got a little trash compartment, or you can just have access for whatever you'd like to put in here. Dishwasher down below. We've got drawers. All very well built with locks, so you can put a lot of weight in them and it won't slide around on you. I mean, I love how accurately these pieces are cut. You could tell. Solid surface, single sink here. Got a filtered water setup. And down below here, we've got some extra storage underneath. And up above, we've got extra storage too. Very well done. I love all this wood. I mean, it just feels, again, finished out. Carpeting in it. We've got our original service schematic here. So this shows all the wiring for the coach, and it's already been useful to us. It's really nice having that. By the way, this has a very large curved TV up front. It's a smart TV. It looks slick. It looks perfect up there. It fits with the styling. It looks like it came from the factory, and it really helps update this interior, because those are the things that typically age something like this. This is pretty close to as timeless as you can get. It's a pretty timeless interior. I mean, unless you know Prevost. If you know Prevost, then of course you look at it and you can date it because you have other reference points. But if you showed someone this coach who doesn't know about Prevost or the lineage, they would be like, this is, you can't put a timeline on this. And things like upgraded TVs really help, because you see an old school TV and that gives it away. Nice tiling doesn't change every 2 seconds. I mean, look how beautiful this tiling is. We've got this metal grout, so we've got metal pieces in between all of these tiled stones. These extra little accent pieces within a lot of the stones gives this tile more texture, and it makes this tile pop out instead of just blending in like a lot of tiles do. Now right here we've got a household refrigerator. It's blowing cold. Freezer over here on the left. And across the hall, I like how there's kind of a curvature here. All these accent lights are super nice too. Kind of light up your pathway. But there's a good bit of storage right here. You can use it as pantry space or whatever you'd like, but very deep, big in here. Actually bigger than it looks from the outside, because it goes back in there a little bit. And look at all the accent lights. This is what the newer Featherlites were doing and still do for a while. They put accent lights above a lot of the cabinets too. Gives it a nice look. And the headliner is all wrapped in leather, by the way. So there's so many things. There's little things here and there that they did, although it's not really little to have a leather wrap ceiling. It just contributes to the general wow Like, look at this. This piece right here is Corian, the part where the door meets. And we've got an electric pocket door here. And they added a little Corian lip here to ensure that it's sealed. There's not going to be any visibility through this door. All right, welcome to the bathroom. Great bathroom, classic floor plan for a Prevost bus, this type of bathroom. We've got an absolutely gorgeous shower here. Okay, little mosaic type tile down there. I love this piece here. That's a cool piece. It's just a gorgeous color here. Again, timeless colors, and this is a sizable shower. Gosh, and when you're in here, you're just surrounded by mirror. It just feels exotic. It feels like you're in a 5-star hotel or something. Now over here, we've got his sink, gold bowl, really solid sink, really solid and designer style faucet here. Cabinet space back behind, medicine cabinet space back behind here. Got a fantastic fan controller right there. Love this tiling back there, kind of unique. And there's a good bit of space in here. Like I said, there's storage down here. This is a classic setup for a double slide Prevost, or really any slide Prevost, but especially a double slide. You got a big bathroom. You're not so concerned about trying to open up the back for the bedroom because you've got a slide. Now this is our toilet room here. Voila. Very peaceful, especially with this material here. And then right here, we've got cabinet space. Again, Corian point to meet this pocket door. And this right here is even more storage. It's terrific. Big elongated porcelain toilet there, like a household toilet. Shut that door. I like keeping it shut. And welcome to the bedroom space. First of all, hers sink is located right there. Now this is where you can get ready, put makeup on, do your thing, really set up quite well for it because you can sit right here like this. Got a great mirror, high quality mirrors in this coach. It's not going to distort you or anything funky. Of course, I'm not a mirror aficionado, but I know a little bit. Outlets here, nice sink, good bit of countertop space, and look at all these drawers. Perfect to keep things organized. You got 4 of those drawers right here. Big storage. Look at how this curved to meet the styling requirement. 3 high quality hinges on this, just for this door. And of course you got space all back here. So yeah, this is a really cool area that you get in this coach. And it just really fits, especially for someone who's gonna be getting ready. Like for Kai and I, this would be beautiful. Kai would love this. All right, across the hall, we've got our washer dryer stack made by Bosch. And they look really nice. These are a little bigger than your normal stacks here. That's a big fella right there. At least they look a little bigger to me. And right here, we've got extra cabinet space. You can adjust the dimness of your front and rear accent lights here. And it's all cedar lined here. It's a beautiful cabinet. Absolutely beautiful in there. Now we're met again with that wood made flush with the tile. And here's the bedroom space. So that slide gives us a ton of extra space here. We can walk around the bed completely comfortably. We've got an updated LG smart TV right here. We're met again with beautiful wood. You know, there's probably nitpicky flaws I can pick out about this coach, like these little spots right here, and these little spots right here. Ton of extra space here. We've got some of the original equipment for audio video back here. We've got HDMI ports, and now with the smart TV, you just stream everything nowadays. You don't need any of that stuff. Bunch of cabinet space down here too. So all these drawers come out, and you've got 9 of these drawers right here. And right here we've got extra wardrobe space, as well as a safe. And it's all cedar lined back here too. Beautiful woodwork with the cedar. Has that smell too. Also have a Sentry safe. We've got some electronic paneling here for the switching in the coach. And look how they made this panel, which opens so you can get access to all the wiring back there. That is finished in cedar too. I mean, that is an expensive, nice extra touch. All right, so we've got a queen size mattress here with a little bit of space on each side. If you want to go a little wider with the mattress, you could. big countertops here for each person. You've got your cruise air thermostat for the rear cruise air right here. Buttons to do everything, so you can start and stop the generator from here. You can turn the aqua hot on and off from here. And you can also control the thermostat for the rear furnace heat from right here. So thermostats are always nice when they're right by the headboard, okay? Trust me. And a lot of y'all probably can agree with that. In the middle of the night, you don't feel like getting up to adjust the temperature. You just do it from right there. On the other side, we've got the old AI phone. You know, there's some old school tech on these older Prevost buses that is just useless at this point. Buttons, again, are mimicked. You've got diesel hot water here. The only switch that's missing from this panel that is on that panel is the generator start-stop. But basically all the same switching. Leather wrapped around these panels here. All these walls here are wrapped in leather. And there's some minor imperfections on some of the leather, but for the most part, the leather looks really good. And it just contributes a lot to the feel of this bus. Like this piece right here that sets off this area is wrapped in leather, and there's so many details like the backsplash tiling, the little extra little blue that's on this countertop and not the other countertops. There's a ton of interesting, beautiful details and craftsmanship and time and work and effort that had gone into building this bus. It's stunning, and it's a lot to take in when you're in here and you walk in at first, but it's one of those things that it really grows on you the more you own it, the more you're in it. But I love this piece. There's nothing that feels like this coach, unless you find another Prevost bus like it. Okay, let's go ahead and drive it. It's going to be incredible, as you all know. All right, so I'm in a perfect area to test drive a Prevost bus. We find ourselves in a roundabout. This roundabout is a good test of your driving skills, apparently. And yeah. Thing is butter smooth. I mean, really, every time I do a Prevost video test drive, like, there's not much of a point to it because this is the standard top of the line driving bus you can possibly buy. And they didn't change the chassis. They barely changed this chassis over the years. They're very, very slow to change things because they've got a tried and true design. Stainless monocoque chassis. We've got steel rotor brakes all the way around. Thing is smooth. Oh my gosh. This air seat works great, so I'm just sitting here floating along. And the thing about a Prevost is it's so solid. The whole frame is so solid. There's minimal rattles. There's minimal chassis squeaking and flexing. It's just one big solid piece. If I could describe how one of these drives to someone who hasn't driven them, it's just one big solid brick is what this feels like. Most RVs, there's a lot of flex, there's a lot going on, which causes rattle, it causes the dash to squeak. Not on this bus. This is the ultimate highway machine. In fact, I think it's more comfortable to drive than most luxury cars. It's got a smoother and better ride. The chassis is incredible. And the stability gives you a lot of options for your passengers too. Like, look at those. You see how it handled those bumps? When it sounded like how a car would handle it. Going over bumps is an excellent way to prove yourself in a Prevost bus. At 4,000, Allison feels excellent. This thing is absolutely butter smooth. One thing I also really like about this bus, and it's sort of a minor thing, when you're looking at it sitting there, first of all, it looks magnificent. It's got that big Prevost plaque on the front, the paint job. You know it's a serious bus. But then you see this like wood grain steering wheel just poking its head through the windshield, and I don't know what it is. It's just like, whoa, that there's something classic about a wood grain steering wheel. Gonna skirt our way around that tree branch and just float on up. The Detroit Series 60 has plenty of power. I'm powering up this hill right now. I've got my foot in it. It's terrific. This bus is fantastic. My gosh. I like that the mirrors have been painted too. There's also that little extra window down in the door. That is, you don't see that often, and it really totally kills your blind spot. Look how it handled that horrible pothole thing where they cut out and had to do something, and it's like literally an inverted speed bump in the middle of a 45-mile-an-hour road. This bus is terrific. My gosh, it's so smooth, it's so quiet. Yeah, the bus drives perfectly. We've got fresh tires all the way around. That really contributes to the ride on this coach. And remember, it's got the upgraded 365 front and tag tires too. Look, we're gonna go through another inverted speed bump. And it's so cool being on an air ride seat because you feel the bus kind of take it and then your seat takes it. But all in all, I'm gonna stop blabbing. This coach, the roads, this coach drives perfectly. So thank you so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. We'll catch you all on the next one. Serious inquiries, please call me up. Be happy to chat.